Rolling. Cool. Here we have the OBM-650, which is an Olympic adjustable bench. So they've been around for years. Once upon a time, they were marketed for home use. Although for all intents and purposes, the uprights and the bench were very similar, as you never used to have safeties. I'm sure both the PowerTech, MegaTech, and even early ATX versions, I'm sure you could squat off the back, which wasn't great, but they were marketed for home, so that was the reason. This one, though, is now commercially rated. It's rated up to about 500 kilos. And I think, given that fashions have changed them and everyone now wants a power rack, I think this better suits a commercial market. Now, historically, you would have a separate bench for everything, which we still do under the Jaws umbrella, which is like a flat bench, an incline bench, a fixed decline bench, and even occasionally like a military press shoulder bench. Whereas in lots of gym environments, is you want pieces of kit that do multiple things, particularly if it's busy. So even here, even though we've got 8,000 square foot, we can never have enough space, which is why we go for intuitive units that do more than one thing. For example, like a dual use leg extension, leg curl, or Zach's actually stood next to a rear delt and pet fly. So on this one, this is very intuitive to use, and it's the same. Well, the Germans call it a multi-bank, so because it banks at multiple positions. So an adjustable bench, it's the same one they use on what? They either sell it separately, the MBX-650, or they bolt it onto other stuff. For example, we have over there the LMP-650. And already looking at the LMP-650 gives you an idea, because the column adjustable bench adjusts in relation to the arms. So it's exactly the same format, but on the uprights of a bench. So here we have it set up for flat bench. Okay, so I've still got different adjustment positions. So safety is probably about right, actually. Yeah, see, I'm not touching the safeties. One thing we have noticed with this is ATX have been upgrading all their J-hooks and their safeties. So once upon a time, these had rubber on. And although the rubber lasts extremely well in commercial environments, they still have a lifespan. Whereas these, I would say, it's a hard plastic, maybe even acetal. So it's not going to degrade the bar knurl, but will last a long time. See, and we've got the same finish on these J-hooks. So the finishing touches on ATX products have always been good, but these are better again. See that one piece? Oh, and we also have on here as well is super close hole spacing isn't really necessary on a lot of things, but if you were going to have it on something, you'd want it on an adjustable Olympic bench. So that is exactly what they've got. Okay, so super close hole spacing, so you can fine tune it, and having the laser cut increments is a big help. Right, so let's adjust the bench. Still a good idea that I remove the barbell. Another nice touch, which never used to feature on these, is the spotter platform. I've realized it's not raising you too much, but remember on an Olympic flat bench, what are you looking at? Height of 40, 45? So the adjustable bench is ever so slightly taller, so it makes you taller, but also you won't then got to worry about standing on the legs or feet of an item because you've got a nice stable platform. So it works. Right, and let's adjust it. So same adjustment as on the other MBX benches. So there is a decline position, 10 degrees I think the decline position is, but as you can see on here, look, if I flick it through all of them, cool, what have we got there? Maybe 15 positions. The clicking is simply where I'm adjusting it on every single one. And you can already see that I'm going up to, tells me what the degree of incline is, 83 degrees if I wanted that for a shoulder press. Seems excessive, but you can still do it. And look, you've got the ability to adjust both the J-hooks and the safeties to something which is sensible. There we go, look, so I could easily adjust the J-hooks and safeties. Now, because And this is where it comes in handy to work out where to put the lift-offs and J-hooks. So let's put those back in. Give me a minute, all right? Oh, thank you very much. Oh, right. Thank you very much. Right. So that's your shoulder position. When I put those up high, I can see that I'll be in a good place to lift them off. And then same for every other position. So when you're putting a bench into a power rack or a Smith machine, you're forever finely adjusting it, either to the side or putting it forwards or back. The benefit of this is you're already set up. I used to like benches on stringers for this reason. So it was where you had a runner and you pull it along the runner and get it set up. This is better again because you haven't even got to think about it, or you haven't got to do a set, get off, adjust it ever so slightly. Puts you in that position already. So let's put it in an incline position and I'll get on there. And you can see, look, I would put the lift-offs and the safety booms up slightly, and you can already see how I've got a perfect start position. So for a commercial gym, now this is commercially rated and rated to a load of 500 kilograms, it works exceptionally well. Since putting it in here, it's worked very well. So would we recommend it? Yes. Even for home use. If you want to use it at home, it's another good option. Okay, most people aren't going to choose it over a multi-gym or a power rack and bench, but it's a good option. Also, I think Zach, who's filming, has done this, is you could use it with dumbbells pretty easily. If I took out those safety booms, then I could easily get a pair of dumbbells. It's just an experiment. Could easily use it with dumbbells as well. There we go. Doesn't get in the way at all. Anything else I've missed? No, I think that's it, isn't it? So yeah, a very good product to include in personal training gym, or at home. Perhaps that and squat stands might be an alternative to a power rack. Yeah, you can put attachments on the end. So you've got the ATX plug here, same as on the LMP-650. So again, not for a commercial gym, but for home. You've got a leg brace that you could use for decline position or an ab bench. Got a leg extension, leg curl, 2 variants of preacher curl attachments, and also a pec fly. So yeah, for home, again, that's another good reason I have it for home, is you've got all those various attachments as well. Okay.